And hello again, everybody! This is Bobby U! And as we approach Wild Card weekends, 4 great matchups to kick off the 2012 NFL playoffs, minus, of course, the New York Giants or the New York Jets for the first time since the 2004 season. And we will kick it off with a rematch of the first game last year in Wild Card weekend with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans battling out. Cincinnati finishing the year with a 10-6 record, winning the Wild Card and the 6th seed in the AFC, and the Houston Texans, who started off the year 11-1, faltered down the stretch, finished 12-4, and fell from the number 1 seed in Week 17 to the number 3 seed and into the Wild Card round. And unlike last year, when Cincinnati was just happy to be there, and no one really gave them a chance whatsoever, a lot of people are going to give the Bengals a chance this year, as their defense has stepped up in dominating fashion. The Bengals have won 7 of their last 8 games. And since a 31-23 loss to Denver in Week 9, they have given up just 1 TD or less in 6 of the last 8 games. And as I said, Houston, who was flying high with the 1 seed and demolishing their opponents to an 11-1 start, have lost 3 of their last 4 as they limp backwards into the playoffs. They have averaged just 16 points over their last and final 4 games, while they averaged 29 over their first 12 games. And because of this, you got one team marching forward into the playoffs, you got one team backing into the playoffs, and I finally think the Cincinnati Bengals under Marvin Lewis will get their first playoff win. 23-17, Cincinnati will defeat the backpedaling Texans and advance into the divisional playoff rounds. The second game on Saturday will pit a rematch of a Week 17 battle between the Minnesota Vikings and Green Bay Packers. Green Bay won the division, but lost last week and lost a chance to clinch the number 2 seed, and that's why they play this week in the wild card round, and they'll battle it out with the Minnesota Vikings, who beat the Packers 37-34 in Week 17 to advance into the playoffs. Adrian Peterson has been unbelievable, rushing for 210 yards in their Week 13 battle and 199 yards last week. But things are going to shift now. We are in the ice cold here in Lambeau Field. I will find it very hard to believe that Adrian Peterson is going to be able to dominate as he did the past 2 games against the Packers, and I will find it very difficult to believe that Christian Ponder will be able to muster up enough offense to put enough points on the board to match the unflappable Aaron Rodgers in this battle. Green Bay has won 9 of his last 10 prior to last week, so they are a hot team. And of course, Minnesota is also hot, winning their last 4. This is the Packers all the way. They were 15-1 last year and of course fell to the Giants. This is their time now. Packers 38, Vikings 17, and the Packers will go on to face the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional playoff round next week. On Sunday, a great battle between familiar foes. The Indianapolis Colts, the 5th seed, who won the wild card with 11-5 record, will battle the Baltimore Ravens, who won the North with a 10-6 record. And once again, a tale of 2 teams going in opposite directions. The Colts have won 5 of their last 6, while Baltimore has lost 4 of their last 5. Total opposite directions for both clubs. This will also be a rematch for the 2006 season when the Colts went in with Peyton Manning to Baltimore and in a defensive slugfest that produced 0 touchdowns, defeated the Baltimore Ravens 15-6. This one's going to be a high-flying shootout. And originally, I thought this was the Colts game. The Ravens have shown nothing down the stretch, except they decided to play a perfect game against the Giants in Week 16, but they have really struggled as Joe Flacco has struggled and the defense has struggled. But with Ray Lewis announcing that this would be his possibly final game right here, there's going to be a lot of emotion in the air. But Andrew Luck has proven that he can do it and is inflammable. If he throws an interception or two, he will come right back and continue to try and go down the field and hit that big play. And I think he will hit enough of those big plays. And the Indianapolis Colts will defeat the Baltimore Ravens 31-28 to advance into the divisional playoff round. One thing to keep in mind, Luck, who did throw a lot of interceptions early this year, has thrown no picks in the last 3 games. In the final matchup of the weekend, a battle of 2 rookie quarterbacks. Russell Wilson takes the Seattle Seahawks, who finished the year at 11-5, into Washington to battle the NFC Eastern Division champion Washington Redskins, who finished with a 10-6 record. This is a battle of 2 extremely hot teams entering the playoffs. Seattle has won 5 in a row and 7 of their last 8, while Washington has won 7 in a row and has not lost since their bye week. Redskins are home. Seattle has still not proven they can win on the road. They did put a huge dent into that theory when they beat the Chicago Bears in Week 13, 23-17, in a come-from-behind victory. I still think, though, at home, Washington, in front of their crowds, RG3 will make enough plays. Alfred Morris will make enough plays. You got Pierre Garçon. You got Santana Moss. 27-17, the Washington Redskins will defeat the Seattle Seahawks and advance into the divisional round of the playoffs. Those are the picks. Those are the way it's going to turn out. This is Bobby U, and we'll see you again where the sun will shine once more.